So today we'll learn how to insert a video and audio, let's say some screen recording, how to add it to your presentation. Most of the times what happens, you want to show some along with the data present in your slides, you want to show some video to them. It could be a product development, or let's say something, a review, a feedback from a student. If you are an institute like ours, you would like to show the feedback of a student or a client, or how to use a particular product, unboxing of it. So these things can be included in your presentation. So let me show you how to insert it. You need to go to Insert tab and take video over here. There is a media group. You have to choose video over here. I'll choose video on my PC. You could also insert videos from online. If you have a URL, see, it'll ask me to provide the URL of the video, which I want to access from the website, from any website that I want. So now you see, I'm going to insert a video that's already present on my desktop. Just choose this. See, I'm going to take this. This is our first presentation session, PowerPoint presentation. So I'll just insert it. So you can see it is by default covering the entire slide. You could also use these sizing handles, which is at the corners and at the side of it, and you can reduce the size of this clipping, video clip. So I'll reduce it. So I'll keep it here. See, if we start playing it along with the home tab, you can see we have those videos frequently using in our building our presentation. Is it clear till here? So likewise, you can add any video onto your slide and you can play it. And there are few more things that you have to do along with this. You can add a frame to it. See, along with this video that I've added, I can also see how exactly it looks. So I can set it in a way. So you can add frames to it like this. I'll choose this one. See, now if you have to see this, so let me show in screen slideshow mode. I'll run this. Only when you click play, it is going to play. That's how we have set the video here. See, but I want this to play as soon as I open the slideshow, or when this particular slide opens, I want this video to start playing all by itself. I don't want to intervene when the presentation is happening. It should play automatically. So for that, let's go back. We have to edit few things. You can see a playback tab over here. Only when you click on the video, you'll get to see that format and playback. Go to playback this, and you have over here tools to modify your video. A little simple tools that we have, not too much of editing also. See, here I'll use the stream video, and I'll select only a part of the video to be played. I don't want this entire video to be playing. I'll choose only a part of it. So you can choose the, see, these markers, green and red markers are there, right? So you just have to move around. So exactly at which point you want to start the video, you can just move it around like this. Please mute yourselves, guys. And you can also set the end point over here. Or if you remember the start time and end time, you can exactly mention the number of minutes and seconds. So that also can be considered. So if you don't want to drag it like this, you can use these start time and end time. Please mute yourself, guys. Okay. See, now I have clipped this. Let me play it and say okay. It might take some time because it's a bigger video. Yes. So now I'll play it. You can see it starts at a particular point. Change it. Say I'll add a hyphen here. Change. So we also click add to quick access application or open this slide. So this is how you. So you can trim your video to only the part that you want to show to your audience. So there are also things like adding a bookmark. Now, while displaying this video, you want to jump to a particular point in that video, let's say, without having to search for it while presenting it to the audience. You can just place those bookmarks by selecting the timer line like this. So where exactly at which point you want to add the bookmark, you click there. You have an option here in the bookmarks group. Just say add bookmark. And now you can see a yellow handle over here, yellow handle. So that indicates it's a bookmark. You can add as many bookmarks as you want in your video. So that, see, now when I play it, click on it, you will get into this pack. I can jump to those bookmarks automatically when you use the presentation. So you just click on it, you will get into this pack. So that's how you can use these bookmarks as well. So these are a few things that I wanted to tell you. But as I said, I want this video to play as soon as I enter the slide or whenever we are playing the slideshow. I want to automatically start this video. See, you have these video options in the playback tab here. You have to go and change this. Currently, it says in click sequence. Unless you click it, it's not going to start. So I'll change this to automatically. So next, you also have options to display it in full screen, hide it when you're not playing it, loop until stop. That is, it keeps on playing unless and until you manually go and stop the video, and rewind after playing. So all these options can be utilized. You can also set the volume here. Okay. So let me see now. Let's go to slideshow view. See here. See now automatically it's playing the video there. I'll add a hyphen here and you can see that's getting added onto the slide also. So that's how. So these are the things that you have to look for when you are playing a video or inserting a video onto your slide. So is that clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll show you another video how to insert screen recording. So there is something known as screen recording. You can actually record that is happening on your screen and insert that as a video onto your slide. So let's say you want to show someone some instructions, how it is done. So you can just record only that part of the screen, that clipping, and you can insert it as a video in your slide. Let us see that. So choose screen recording. So you can select the area. Let me take this. So are you able to see the Excel sheet now? Everyone?
No, ma'am. Excel is not visible.
Okay. Now I guess it is.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, you need to choose that screen recording, then go to this Excel area. So I have you can choose the area that has to be recorded. So only that part of the screen will be recorded. Rest of them will not be displayed in your uh, clipping screen recording. So I'll choose this area. Now before recording, you just check if your audio is selected. Okay. Next, you have to click on record now. I'll just start recording it. Say record. So now I want to show you how to select these cells using a mouse and press delete to delete all the contents. If you want to get it back, say Control Z. After you're done with this recording, either you can pause it and you can continue the recording later so that the whatever you recorded previously, even that is there, or you could stop it altogether. Once you stop it, see, you can see here in this presentation you already have that clipping. Now let me play this. So now I want to show you how to select these cells using a mouse and press delete to delete all the contents. If you want to get it back, say Control Z. After you're done with this recording, either you can. So you can do this with any few steps that you want to show or something like that. Only the part of the screen that you choose that will be recorded. So you can use this screen recording option as well. Okay, so this was about inserting videos. So let me show you how to insert audio. So you can also include only the audio part in your slides. So let's go here in the insert tab. You have the same media group and you need to choose the audio. So again, either you can provide the audio that is there on your PC or you could also record your own voice and play it there. So let me choose audio on my PC. See, I have few uh, music that I have downloaded to play it along with my presentation. So I just choose that one of them. So now you can see this icon is being displayed. So when you play it, you need to click on this play button in order to play that audio. So you can either also you see you can trim this audio also just like we did with the video. So let me show you again. So this a lengthy one. I don't want to play the entire music for 3 minutes. So I'll just trim it. Let's say from here I wanted to play only for around, let's say, 10 seconds. Okay, it took 10.5 seconds. Fine. Just say okay. Now if you play it, so it'll stop playing exactly at 10 seconds. So even for the audio part, you can add bookmarks if you wish to jump to a particular point in that audio. You just have to select where exactly you want to add the bookmark, then click on add bookmark. Same as you did with the video. So that while presenting, if you want to jump to a particular bookmark, you could just click on it and you will exactly go to that point. So you can make a note of the minutes and seconds where exactly you can add a bookmark so that the next time you are presenting, you can directly click on it. So I have something else to show you here. So now suppose we play this in the slideshow mode. So this, so again we did not set anything for this. We have to play this video when we have to see it. But for this one, so even this one, I have to go and choose to play it. Only then the audio will be playing. But this setting, again, as we did for the video, you can also change for the audio. Go here, select playback. Here, in place of in clicks sequence, you can just choose automatically. See, again, it all depends on your requirement, whether you want the audio to be played automatically or you wish to choose it. So it all depends on your requirement. And if you don't want to show this icon on the slide while running the presentation, you can choose to play in background. So this will be playing for as long as the audio is there in the background, even while you see the other slides. So you can do so. And let me show you how to change the icon. Now let's say I don't want to see the speaker icon. I want it to be something different. I can change it just like we do for the images. Choose this. You have a format tab here. Go there. See, you can see the same options that you saw for editing an image. The same options will come up here. I'll just go here. I'll choose change picture. Either you can choose from online, or if you have an image already, that is also fine. Or you can also choose from icons. I'll go here and choose from online. So you'll get a search bar here. You have a lot of options to choose. So I want music note to be displayed. So you get a lot of things like this. So you can choose whichever is suitable for your particular slide. So I'll select this and say insert. You can see it has changed. The icon has changed to a music note. You also have option to change the color and these things. So you can go here. So you can choose to give a different color to it. And you can move around just like any other image or shape that you insert on the slide. It seems to be the same settings are there. So now let me show you in the slideshow mode. See here. So you can see here when you click on it, it starts playing. Just have to go here and click on it. Okay, so is it clear with inserting an audio and video?
Hey Vijay, this is Sagu. It is very interesting, right? So, it is quite clear. I have a couple of questions. The first
Yes,
thing is that the trim feature, we can use it for the online import of a video and audio also.
yes,
And
you can. But for video, you need to have the URL of it.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a URL, we can add a bookmark, we can trim it. Fine.
Yes,
And
yes,
secondly, for a video, when you've shown us steps, I just missed a step. You go to, anything which you want to display, say Excel, you have displayed. So
yes.
Excel, you first import it to, PowerPoint or cut paste here, and then you start recording. Can you show me this, that there's a miss or missing link for me in that step?
Yeah, yeah, sure. It is a screen recording, Sagu. It's not only Excel, you could display anything that you want on the screen.
Yeah. How can I, can you
Yeah,
quickly
yes, sure,
explain
sure.
it,
I'll show you
step
here.
one, step two, because, I missed it.
Sure, I'll show you.
Sorry for this.
No, that's okay. And even there is a problem with the screen share part. I can't show you two windows at the same time. I have to share it separately. That's how you have missed it. Anyways, let me show you from the beginning. You need to first go to insert. You need to choose screen recording. And you can record anything on your PC and that gets recorded here. I chose to record the Excel window. So I'll show you again the same thing. I'll select the screen recording. See, it automatically shows you a part of the screen that it tries to record. So I'll share a new screen now. I'll take Excel. You can choose to record anything, Sago. Again, it's not only Excel, any part of your uh, PC.
Yeah, understand.
So now it's this area is already selected. Either you want to change the area, you can again click on select area and then start afresh. So I choose this area to be recorded, and you can start recording with your audio again. So it shows the countdown. So it starts from there. So you can display anything that you want to, whatever you want to show to your audience. So now once you're done with it, you just take your cursor at the top like this. This pause button will appear. So if you want to continue later, you just pause for a minute and then whatever adjustments that you want to do and then again record it, you can do so. Or if you want to stop it altogether, click on the stop button. Once you stop, it automatically gets placed on the presentation. Let me show you the presentation now. So you can see that here now. Now whatever we recorded, you can see it gets played here. So it starts from there. So you can display anything that you want to, whatever you want to show to your audience. So now once you're done with it, you just take your cursor at the top like this. This pause button will up. So you can do like this. You can record anything on your screen of this point. Is it
Sure,
clear now?
thanks. Yeah, sure, thanks.
Okay. So anyone else, do you have any doubts regarding this?
Could you please tell me how to link that video recording again? Insert.
Okay. Uh, I mean, the which part exactly?
First one.
How to insert a video that is already stored in your PC? The same thing.
Yeah.
See again, you need to choose a blank slide or slide wherever you want to insert it. So
Okay.
now I'll insert it right here. You need to go to Insert tab, choose Video from the media group here. So you have a group named Media. You need to choose the video over here. And you can insert videos from online as well, but you need to give the URL of the video that you want to play. Okay.
Okay.
I don't have it now anyways, but I can show you a video that is already there on my PC. I'll choose that. So you can go to a particular place wherever you have stored your videos. So just go there. So I'm showing you the first session of our PowerPoint class. I have a video of it. I'm just inserting the same. So by default, it is going to display to you in the full slide. So the entire slide is covered here. You can reduce the clipping to any size that you want and place it anywhere, just like you do for images or shapes that we insert. And you can start playing it. Okay. Did you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So anyone else? Do you have any doubts? Or we'll move forward with the other topic. Quick, please answer me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So the next topic that I want to show you is how to apply animations. See, we saw transitions to slides. Now I want to show you animations to the text and objects that are already present on your slides. How to apply animation to it. So let me choose a particular this thing. Yeah. Are you able to see the slides now with content?
No, it's not visible for me.
We did a slide with
Okay.
the music. Yeah, now it is visible.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay. So yes, so now on these slides, now suppose I want this image to appear in a particular way. See, whatever animation you do to a particular object or text, let's say. So it appears or it works only for that particular object. See, it is completely different from the transition that you apply to slide and an animation that you apply to an object. You should understand this. So to apply an animation, first select the object on which you want to apply it. Go to animations tab. So you have a lot of options here. So you have entrance. See, this animation is applied whenever the object or as soon as you go to that particular slide. So when it enters, the object enters, at that point this is applied. Emphasis, so this can be at any point of time. So when you are looking at the object, at that point of time you can apply this. Exit, so when you're about to exit the slide, so this animation gets applied and then it moves to the next slide. And you also have motion paths which will make your particular object or text that you have selected to move in the path that you choose. So these are the animations that are available to us. Again, I want to make it clear to you, these animations are not compulsory, and in most of the corporate or official presentations that you have, these animations are not used. Okay, and you can keep it to a minimal. Just in case you want to emphasize something, you can use it. Or if it is a presentation that you're preparing for something very casual, let's say you have collected all your old photos, you want to scan it and put it on your presentation, you want to create an album, you can use these animations which will give a really good effect for it. So you can use those things. So let me show you one by one. So I want to, let's say I'll choose this fly in. See, I gave this animation to this particular object. You can see whether a given object is animated or not just by looking at it. See, you have the number given. So these numbers indicate it's an animation given to that object. And you can also see over here in this selected slide, there is a star symbol. The same thing applies whenever you provide transitions to your slide as well. And if you want to preview this, whatever animation you gave, how exactly it works, you want to preview it, you can go over here and say preview. It'll play it again for you. And you also have effect options. So for some animations, you also have effect options to just change the way the animation is applied. Currently, it is from bottom. The object is flying in from bottom. So I wanted to fly in from left top like this. So you can choose different effects. Again, it is all based on what kind of animation you insert on it. Now let's say on the same object, I want to add another animation. Along with the first one, I want to add another animation. See, if you just go and choose from here, it will replace the previous animation that I gave. So you have to say add animation here. So let me show you. As soon as I choose something else, see, the previous animation is replaced by it. I don't want this. I'll choose flying. I'll choose from top left. I want this animation to work. Along with this, I want to add another thing. Let me say add animation. Again, you can choose the second animation on the same object that you want. Let's say I'll give this. So let me preview it again. Not much change. So let me change the animation that we have already added. See over here, if you have too many animations given, you can again go to animation pane, click on it. You will be able to see the animations that you have given. and the object name. So on which object you have applied it. So whether you want to keep it or delete it, it's your wish again. I want to delete this second animation that we applied. Just select that and press delete, it's gone. So I'll choose another separate animation to it. I'll select this. I want this to, let's say, pulse. Or again, don't add animations which are really going to distract your audience as well. So you need to choose these things carefully. And you can also change the order. How exactly, if you have too many animations given, you can change the order also. So which has to be played first, which has to be played next. So these things can be done. And again, you can choose how exactly these animations have to work, whether you have to click on the mouse button every time so that the next to next animation is played, or you can choose how exactly it works. I want the second animation to start immediately after the first animation. So you can choose after previous with previous. So I'll choose after previous here. So let's say play all. You can see immediately after the first animation, the second animation takes over. So this first animation is a trigger to it. Okay, so these are the things. So let me show you how to add animation to the text part. See, I have this. This is a text part. How exactly you want to add animation to it. So again, you can choose from these things. Let's say I want this pin to appear. See, I want this spin animation to be applied for every letter within this text. It's not for the entire text that I want, it should be applied for every letter. So, what you can do is go here, choose this. You can choose effect options. So, timing, text animation. See, as one object, group text as one object. So, here I don't think we have it, but otherwise, it will show you for every letter also. Let me change this and say with previous or after previous. Effect is the same. Yeah. So here we have effect, animate text all at once, by word, by letter. So I want it to be applied for every letter that I have. I'll just check and say okay. So you can see here every letter starts spinning. You can also choose to give this effect for every word or the entire text at once. So these are the effects that we get to see. So there are so many things like this. You can make it really interesting. So if it is some casual presentation that you are preparing, as I said, it could be for an album that you are preparing for all the photos that you have, or for a particular event. So you can use these things. It looks really great. So let me show you this by playing it in the slideshow mode. So yeah, you can see it's playing. As soon as this plays, the next top heading is also playing. Okay. So these are the things that you have to remember in animating. You could animate any text or even the objects like this. And you can also, at the end, let's say your presentation is all done and you want to play it like a video, all these effects will come to life. It looks really great when you do that. So I'll be showing you how to save your presentation, and if you're while saving, you could choose to save it as a video. so that we can play the presentation like a video. Okay, so is it clear, the animation part?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so let me show you how to insert smart art. We missed it on that day, and let's just show you immediately. See here, I inserted a blank slide. So here you can choose to directly give a smart art graphic, or you could also go to insert and choose smart art from here. Anything is fine. See, these smart arts are really helpful to communicate our ideas. So not always text. Okay. So I showed you how to convert this text into a smart art the previous day. Now I want to show you how to insert it and give text to those smart arts that you have selected, the layout that you have selected, how it exactly works. So these things we can show you here. So I want to use the smart art to show my organization's hierarchical chart. So you have to choose from the smart art group as to which applies best. So which graphic applies best to the data that you want to display. So I'll just select this. See, I want something like this to be displayed. I'll say okay. So as soon as you choose that, you can see all these graphics are applied and you have some text included in it. So text placeholders are there. We can start writing it over here. See, if it is quite big enough like this, you can start typing inside this. Or if you choose a different layout which has got small shapes, so it's not advisable. It's always better to go type the text over here. And you can hide this by clicking on it. Okay, now I'll start typing it. Let's say so you can add text like this. And if you don't wish to keep something, now let's say I don't want these two, I can just go delete it by hitting a backspace. See, it will reduce the level. I'll remove it. So again, over here, you can do the same. So that part is removed altogether like this. And if you wish to push it one more level down, you can hit a tab, it will move to one more level down, or you give a backspace, it will come back like this, it will come to this level. So you can move around things like this is really helpful. And you can also choose to change the layouts, so it's look and feel how exactly you want to display them, and changing the color. See, so it's a multicolored one. You could also choose this. So let me show you this one. Suppose I want to change color of a particular object. You can also choose that individually and change the color. So you can go to format here. You have all the options to change it. See, I want to display it something like this, or I'll change this fill color to, let's say, this one. And these two, I want to change it to some other color, let's say. I can do so by choosing this. So you can modify things like this. You could also play around with the text that is there. So by default, it takes the font that is assigned to it, this layout. You can actually choose that and change the text as well, how exactly you want to display it. Now I want to change the font of this. I'll say Franklin Gothic, something fancy. Yeah, you can see it is changing like this. You can modify all these things and quickly assign it. See, these smart art graphics are really good to communicate your ideas, how exactly you want to display them. It's not necessary that you always display the process using text. You don't have to use bullet points always. So if you know you are displaying some process, or if it is a cycle, you can always choose smart art graphics and enhance your look of the slide. Okay, so is it clear regarding the smart art graphic?
Vidya, if you don't mind, can you show some example with the relations or a process?
Process, yes, exactly. I'll show you. Let's say I'll choose a smart art graphic to show mm, our registration process. So how exactly registrations take place? So I can go here. So if it is a process, you can just choose. So you have lot of hierarchies, I mean lot of graphics here. Which suits best to communicate your idea? You need to choose that. So I'll go for process. So let's say, okay, I'll use something like this. So first, what do we do is, see in this process, for registration purpose, first the student is contacted. So we get the leads. So leads received from the source. So there are various sources from which we get the leads. So we'll get that. Next, we'll contact the leads. So as I said, it's your wish whether you directly enter there, or you could also type in here, contact the leads. Next, whoever is interested, they start, you know, registering over the link. So register with all details. Next, see now I want to add another level to it. You can either press enter over here, it gets added, or you can also go here and choose to add another shape. In the left hand top corner of the ribbon, in design tab, you have add shape. So you can either use this also, or you just have to press tab. So that is also going to work for us. So I press enter. So you can see another thing is added. And for this, so demo session link pro link is provided. So next, so enrollment on fee payment. So this is a complete process, in simple words to say. So we use this for registering the students. So I consider this as a process. I have so many different options to choose from the formatting part. So I change this, change the color, and how it looks and feels. And suppose you're not happy with this layout, you wish to choose something else, you can go here and choose a different layout for it altogether. So it works immediately. So it looks really great with this. So you can quickly change the layouts, or you can play around with the colors. So there are a lot of things that you can do. You can also choose them independently and also make changes to it. So these things are also possible. And let's say you have a smart art, you don't want that to be kept like this. So you want to convert it to a text, let's say. I'll click on it, it will immediately convert it to a text. So it's a reverse process that I showed you. Previously, I showed you how to convert the text to the smart art. So now I am showing you here how to convert a smart art to a text. Both are possible. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah, thanks, Vidya. So this means when from text to smart art, the hierarchy has to be maintained. The first thing which you want to display as a first step, so it has to be the first line in the text.
Yes, exactly. You need to have your text aligned properly and then apply the smart art. So it gets matched with that smart art layout that you have selected. Or if you have a smart art that you wanted to replace it with a text, you don't want to keep it, you can just convert it to a text. Both are possible. So you have a hell lot of options with this PowerPoint presentation, and especially this 365 is providing really good options to play around with your data and how you present it. So it has been done in a very easy. They have made life very easier with a lot of options being included here. Okay, so any doubts in the smart art, how to apply it or modify it?
No, no, not for me.
Anyone else? Okay. If there isn't any doubts, let's move on to the next topic. I want to show you how to insert. Uh,
Vidya, what is this dictate? You can, you can say and it will, follow your dictation.
this one. So
Dictate.
I'm not sure. I haven't used this Sagu. Let me see. So if you say I don't think it's going to type. I'm not sure how it is working. So let me check and tell you. There are so many new features that they've added.
Yeah,
So
it's a very great feature. You don't want someone to
yeah,
pick it.
voice to text.
Yeah.
So let me check that. I'll tell you if how it works. So even I have to explore it.
No, no, thank you.
Yeah, sure. So the next thing we will see how to insert a table. See, you have an option here. You can go to insert tab. So you can choose table over here. Let's say you want to display something in the tabular form, or the number of students that you have, their details, or something like this, even your product details, or let's say your regional sales. You want to show those figures in the tabular form, then you can always go choose this table. This asks you to choose the number of rows and columns. So let's say I want to show the student name and the course, something like this. I have around, let's say, 5 students. You can just choose it like this, or you could also directly go to insert table and choose the number of columns and rows here. Both are possible. So now let's say I'll give this okay. So it is only 2 rows with 5 columns now. I want to change it. I'll again go back, insert table. See, I want 5 rows like this and 2 columns. I can use this. See, it is taking the default layout of the table. You have all options to modify the look and feel of it, which suits your theme of the slide that you have used. So I want something in orange, let's say. I can choose from the huge list of these things. Could also go for this. Let me choose this one. So here you can start typing it directly. So let's say student name. You can use tab to go to the next cell. that is the next column. Or you could also use the arrow keys to move around the cells over here like this. So this is a great feature. The next I want to say course enrolled. Let's say I have some students here. Student 1. So he has enrolled for Excel. Let's say student 2. I'm just showing you a few features here. So student 3, I can say only PowerPoint. And student 4 for Tableau. So this is how you quickly add a table and give all your details over here. And how to modify it. Let's say I want to change the alignment part and those things. So select it. So you have to go to design or layout. See, in layout you have all these alignment options. I'll choose here. I want all the cells to be aligned in the middle. See, the vertical alignment of the data, I want it to be in the middle of the layout of table that I have selected. And you can also choose to keep it center aligned or left aligned. You just have to experiment how, how exactly it looks good. Or you could also choose only those cells which you want to change. Let's say I want this and this cell to be center aligned. You could do so, and only this column to be center aligned. So the same options that you have got in Word to apply, so the same things you have here as well. Suppose I have something like this. Now let's say you want to increase the size of the table, you can use the sizing handles like this. You want to add another row, let's say, you can either press enter. So it's not working anyways, so you can just use this option, insert above or insert below. You need to first choose the row, whether you want to insert a row above this or below this. You have to choose from these options that are available here, rows and columns. So I want to insert a row below this. You can see it has inserted. And again, I want to enter the same student details, student 4. So this person, let's say, has taken some other course or something like this. Dashboard. Now I want to merge this. I don't want two separate rows to be kept for this. So I can go here and choose to merge the cells. This happens. And you can remove it altogether. You can also split. So let's say this particular cell, you want to split it. You want to split some cell. Select that particular table row, that particular cell, and say split cells. It will ask you for how many number of columns and number of rows. So let it be a single row. I want to split it to 2 columns. You can see in the same cell you have, you can see the split over here. So I'll say it is basic program. So something like this. I want to add some other details to it. I can choose to split the cells, merge it. So you have these many options to choose from. And you could also, you see, change the format just by going here, going to design. You can apply formats from the huge list of options that you have got. If you're not happy with this, you can provide your own options as well. Let's say I'll use something like this. And for this layout, I also want to see borders inside the table. See, for this, we are not actually looking at any borders. I want to add borders to it. Select this. So you have in the design tab, you have draw table option. So just go here, choose the border that you want to provide. Let's say I want to give this border, choose the thickness of the border, and you can also choose the color of the border that you want to apply, and go here in the border section. So I want only for the inside part of this. So you can say click on inside. So for this layout, it's not accepting. So let me select these cells. Now let's try. Yes. Now if you give inside borders, you can see the borders have been applied. So for this entire table, I want to give an outline. I'll choose this thing. I'll increase the thickness to 3 point and I'll choose outside border. So you can wish to give things like this. So it's going to help you a lot. You can modify the tables that you insert, the look and feel of it. So individually choose the cell and change the alignment, merging it, splitting it. So you have all these options to do in the PowerPoint. So is it clear to all of you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So I'll start the session here. Okay, tomorrow let's see how to work on charts and those things. Uh, So let me stop recording.